At BDBF, we've advised thousands of senior employees facing redundancy at work, and we know how stressful losing your job can be. It can disrupt reputation, career progression and financial well-being, and shouldn't be taken lightly. It should be examined carefully to make sure that it's lawful, and if it's not, then it should be challenged robustly. Employees who have 2 years service or more can be dismissed only for a fair reason, and redundancy is a potentially fair reason for a dismissal. The employer also has to follow a fair process. If it doesn't, you may have an unfair dismissal claim. You can bring in the employment tribunal where you can seek compensation or re-employment, or potentially negotiate an out-of-court settlement. Redundancy situations usually arise because there's been a reduction in the need for employees to do work of a particular kind. We've dealt with many cases where an employer says there's a redundancy situation, but there's not, and they dress up the dismissal as a redundancy, which is unfair. And sometimes there are other red flags which may give rise to further claims. For example, if the redundancy is really motivated by the fact that you've blown the whistle or because of discrimination. Employers need to follow a fair redundancy process when making employees redundant. In smaller scale redundancy exercises, i.e. those affecting smaller teams or desks, the employer has to identify the pool of employees at risk. It then has to apply fair and objective criteria in any selection exercise. It must warn and consult employees at risk. An employer should also look for ways to avoid redundancies, as well as explore whether there are any suitable alternative vacancies for those potentially redundant employees. We know that navigating this legal framework can be daunting, but you're not alone. Our team has a wealth of expertise in advising senior employees facing redundancy, and we will support you every step of the way. We will quickly uncover any red flag issues or weaknesses in your employer's process and use them to challenge your redundancy. In some cases, this might help you keep your job. If you are dismissed, we can represent you before an employment tribunal. We can also help negotiate the best possible settlement for you, avoiding the need to go to an employment tribunal, helping you protect your reputation, your career prospects and your financial position. A settlement can help you recover financial losses, outstanding bonus, can push back on restrictive covenants and ensure you're treated as a good leaver under any deferred compensation plan.